Another Simple Favor sequel just dropped. Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick are back at it again, trying to convince us this movie's worth our time. But let's be real, their efforts? Not cutting it. What on earth is going on here? We've been whispering about their alleged feud for a hot minute now. I gotta keep it classy so nobody slaps me with a lawsuit. But come on, anyone watching these two can feel the tension. It's crystal clear. They're not vibing at all. And honestly, we can blame director Paul for this whole mess. He's the one who just had to push for a sequel nobody asked for. We had a simple favor. Now we got another simple favor. Anna's back as Stephanie, Blake's back as Emily, but this ain't the comeback fans were hoping for.
Anna, what does it mean to be working with Blake again?
We're talking about you.
This time, they jet off to the breathtaking island of Capri, Italy. Emily, Blake, is tying the knot with some loaded Italian businessman. Sounds glam, right? Well, the movie promises twists and turns, but timing-wise, it's a PR disaster for Blake. And trust me, Blake's out here trying her hardest to make it work. Anna too. But deep down, it's obvious. Anna does not want to be linked to Blake right now. And honestly, neither does the rest of Hollywood. Now, I ain't gonna spill the tea on the plot, no spoilers here, but let's peep what the critics are saying. Fashion, gorgeous, locations, breathtaking. But the plot? Whew! An over-the-top, confusing, straight-up, bizarre mess. You'll need to throw logic out the window just to keep up with the madness. This movie? Forcing it to work with cheap shock value. Critics ain't holding back either. Al Alexander says, I have a simple favor to ask. Nothing much, just a desperate plea to stop with the simple favors. One was more than enough. Another review slammed it, saying it felt more like a telenovela than a clever story about manipulation or detective work. Ouch! And Tim? He called it out plain and simple. The more the film keeps Blake and Anna apart, the worse it gets. The audience misses out on their chemistry, and the whole thing falls apart. Whew! Now y'all know I love a juicy blind item. And guess what? I found one that's got the streets talking. It reads, why yes, the Alias actress, who's an Oscar winner or nominee, did say F you to her co-star at an event for the movie. The non-Oscar nominee insisted on standing in the middle for photos when more than one co-star was present. And the comments? Straight up dragging them. One person posted, Blake! I wondered why she was desperate to stand between Anna and Henry. They looked mad uncomfortable. Another wrote, let Blake have her spotlight, top billing, and whatever else she's clinging to. This might be the last time she ever gets it. But the wildest comment? Someone went off saying, is this about Anna Kendrick? Sorry, but she's just a short, vicious, hateful B-word. She'd act like this toward Blake no matter what. I can't stand her. I want to punch a wall every time I hear about her antics. These two? The drama just keeps stacking higher and higher. But then someone else jumped in asking, is Anna just setting herself up to lose? And honestly, they made a solid point. If I had to star in a film alongside Blake Lively, I'd be walking on eggshells too. Just look at these two during the press tour. It's painful. They keep posing together, but man, the awkward energy is off the charts. You can just tell they ain't feeling each other. Even in the promo pics, Anna looks totally checked out. And let's not even talk about how they clash, both in fashion and personality. Blake's towering over Anna, and not just by a little. We're talking an 8-inch height gap. And Blake, she loves rocking giant heels and boots, making the whole vibe even weirder. Every photo just screams discomfort. They know it, and the fans know it too. Now, obviously, you can't control your height, but people were still calling out how awkward the contrast looked. One fan even asked, is Blake really that tall? Or is Anna super short? Or are the shoes just making it worse? And someone else came for Blake saying she had zero self-awareness for choosing sky-high boots when she's already towering over Anna. And seriously, you'd think for a big budget film, they'd coordinate these things. I mean, look at how Ariana Grande and Cynthia styled themselves perfectly for Wicked. Everything was on point. A well-funded movie usually has a stylist making sure the stars complement each other, but here, it's like they just gave up.
Anna, what does it mean to be working with Blake again?
Oh, we're talking about you all day.
Oh my God.
Now, I ain't saying just one person's to blame here. They've known each other for years. Worked together long enough to know each other's quirks. So yeah, Blake knows Anna's on the shorter side. And some folks are speculating that Blake's choice to tower over Anna might not be so innocent after all. One commenter even said, "That heel height? Definitely deliberate."
So now the other thing I want to ask you, how do you feel like how does it feel like the movie's being impacted kind of by everything happening around going on in the world?
Why would happen? I did ayahuasca and the last year of my life is just gone, but I've heard the movie's amazing.
Wait, thank you.
The theory? Blake might have been trying to flex some dominance. She wanted to look bigger, bolder, and more powerful standing next to Anna. But the plan backfired badly. The outfit choices? Total disaster when the cameras started flashing. Now, let's not forget, Anna's opened up before about being insecure over her height.
What does it mean to be back with Anna?
Oh, it's the best. I'm so happy. This way.
Please stop it, Big stop.
Blake, you look beautiful!
You look gorgeous!
She admitted she used to be super angsty about it growing up and avoided wearing heels because she didn't want folks pointing out how petite she was. That insecurity runs deep. And honestly, who can't relate? Almost everyone has felt some type of way about their height at some point. Whether you wish you were taller, shorter, or just different. It's a real thing! And Blake, she's had her own struggles too. She once revealed she was bullied back in elementary school. Kids used to call her Big Bird because she was tall with blonde hair. Cruel, right? But here's the kicker. Even with all the millions these two are pulling in from this movie, millions! Money can't cover up how they really feel about each other. The tension is thicker than ever. And when Anna's asked about what it's like working with Blake, oh, she's got a favorite response ready every time. So when Anna got asked how she feels about everything going on, she totally dodged the question. Like, not even a slight answer. Just swerved around it like a pro. And of course, Blake showed up rocking her signature late text glam girl dress. She was out there trying to own the moment. Snapping selfies, soaking up the press, trying real hard to keep things cute for the cameras. But like I told y'all earlier, this awkward reunion, it's all thanks to Paul. Poor Paul. The man just loves this franchise and really wanted to bring Blake and Anna back together. He swears Blake just embodies Emily like no one else. Which is hilarious when you think about it, because Blake and Emily couldn't be more different. Supposedly. Let's be clear, Emily's character in this movie? She's harsh, selfish, aggressive, just straight up ruthless. And now Paul's out here doing press saying, "Oh, Blake's such an amazing actress because she channels Emily so perfectly. But trust me, in real life, she's nothing like that." Sure, Paul. Blake herself even said back in March, "Emily is probably my favorite character I've ever had the chance to play." And Paul keeps gushing. Blake's just the sweetest Earth Mother type, but she can snap into this fierce, sharp, scary, but funny persona in an instant. He even claimed, "I literally can't imagine anyone else playing these roles but Blake and Anna. Their chemistry is through the roof. It's wild." But here's the real tea. It's very interesting that Paul's making a point to tell the world Blake's not like Emily. Because honestly, Emily sounds exactly like how people imagine Blake to be in real life. And guess what? Vicky made a very good point about that too. But hold up! That's not even what Blake said in one interview. She actually claimed she was able to play herself in this movie. Woo! That says a lot. And listen, I don't usually drag people online, but the reality? Things ain't looking good for her and Ryan right now. And that's a shame because so many folks used to root for them and their movies.
So like that's
Oh,
it's
is
like
it-
a selfie and
I
then
thought
like
this came at a specific time. Is it time?
yeah, it's time.
Oh my god, wait, so do I point it at you?
Yeah, point it at us and then
Wait, how do I see what the photo is on the other side? I only see
it's
myself.
okay. It'll flip. It'll
Okay.
flip. That's so cute. You see it?
Did it come out?
Yes, it did. Thank you so much.
But now, their hero couple image is crashing down. Fans are starting to see villains where they once saw stars. And here's the thing, they're contractually obligated to do a bunch of press. Remember when we first talked about Blake and Anna's feud a few months back? Yeah. Back then, we even mentioned how there was a whole budget set aside just for them to show up and smile for the cameras. Honestly, I don't think Blake even wanted to do it at first. Things were way too sensitive. But now, she's living in straight-up delusion land. She's suddenly excited to be back in the spotlight. Ma'am, the trial hasn't even started yet. And just look at these two on the red carpet. Fans couldn't stop talking about how stiff and awkward they look together. You can see it all over Anna's face. She's uncomfortable and can't even hide it. And then, the fashion disasters! I mean, do celebs always get dragged this hard for their outfits? Because both Blake and Anna were getting critiqued left and right. Let's talk about Blake first. If you peep under her dress near the armpit, you can see body makeup rubbed off on the fabric. Girl, no! The makeup artist or stylist should have caught that. It straight up looks like a dirty stain. And she's out here on the red carpet. Totally unforgivable. And that wasn't the only fashion fail. Blake had on these little pants, no belt, and the belt loop, it looked totally worn down like it had been stretched or pulled to the limit. Who let her walk out like that? It's giving rushed and careless vibes. And what was even going on with that belt loop? Like, seriously, who stretched it out like that? What kind of belt was ever supposed to fit through it? It looked like someone had been yanking on it for dear life. But despite the mess, it seemed like they were trying to have a good time. I caught Anna snapping pics with fans, and honestly, it looked like a sweet moment. She was smiling and seemed to be in a decent mood. Meanwhile, Blake's out here trying to play nice. She's been all over social media promoting the film, doing everything she can to spin this press tour into something positive. She even shared a clip of Anna's appearance on Jimmy Kimmel, hyping up the movie again. Quick reminder, the movie dropped on Amazon, not in theaters. That's a big deal because streaming doesn't pull the same money as a box office release. If this had hit theaters, they probably would have made way more cash. But thanks to Blake's situation, yeah, they just couldn't swing it. Blake's been pushing hard to look like a team player. She even posted Anna on her Instagram story saying, "Math Anna Kendrick equals 1 of 1. This woman is insanely talented. Bonkers! I want this as my ringtone, please, and thank you." Let's be honest, Blake needs to rebuild some Hollywood alliances now that Taylor Swift's out of the picture. Oh, and did you catch this? Travis Kelce just unfollowed Ryan Reynolds. Yikes! And since we kicked this video off with a juicy blind item, let's keep the tea flowing. Here's another one. Not always known for being the kindest person in the world, this A-list actress, an Oscar winner or nominee, has been handing out $100 tips like crazy while doing press for her latest movie.
What does that mean? Go f yourself. What the f are you saying? What the f are you doing? Not in that order, but sorry, that's pretty.
Now who could that be? Now that blind item really got folks talking. I mean, I had no idea Anna Kendrick had such a shady rep. One comment went straight for the throat. I've heard Anna's an ass, but I don't care for her either way. Talented, sure, but forgettable. And honestly, Her face has always annoyed me. Then someone else chimed in. She's always pissed me off. And Rockwell? They tried to defend her. Leave her alone. She has no upper lip. It's jarring. Whoa! Y'all seriously need to calm down with these comments, like for real. We can spill the tea on everything else, but let's not get too wild with the personal digs. Be nice, okay? Then Joan asked the big question, why is Anna considered unkind? I can't find any past posts explaining it. That's when Vox Dog stepped in. I read accounts from folks who worked as extras and crew on Pitch Perfect 1 and 2. They said Anna was really rude to them.
Third one, no, I'm joking. Capri and Rome, honestly, so Paul, we really wanted to make this second movie, and I was like, Paul, he wanted to shoot in Capri, and I was like, that sounds amazing, but it's very expensive, and let's just, shoot in Connecticut. That's where the first one took place. I didn't understand why it needed to be Capri, and now I want to live there. I love it so much. They serve you ice cream and lemons, and it's just magical. They sell hats. That crazy, beautiful hat was just a hat in a store. Like, humans buy that. It's amazing.
No, Blake came to us and goes, I just found this hat. I go, wait, and like she pulls out this landing pad of the hat.
It's a roof.
It's
We
in.
need it. It was like, yes.
It's in.
So anyway, it's just like, it's pretty magical. Yeah, it was really nice. And Rome was amazing.
And apparently, there was a time when Anna herself admitted she wasn't in a good place. She opened up about being in a crazy, abusive relationship, and even said she didn't like who she was back then. Honestly, I didn't even know she had gone through that. If y'all want a deep dive on that situation, just drop a comment below. Now, me being me, I had to do my homework. I tried digging up receipts about Anna being rude, and I found something. Dumois had an anonymous tip that spilled some serious tea. It said, worked on a photo shoot for an animated film and ran into one of the rudest celebs ever. Anna showed up 2 hours late. No apology to the crew. Then she shouted at the poor hair and makeup team for crowding her space. But here's the kicker. They were crowding her because she was late, and they were scrambling to get her camera ready ASAP. I even found some Reddit posts that backed this up. The plot thickens, and the internet's got receipts. That Reddit thread, it just kept delivering. One person jumped in saying, yeah, a friend of mine worked on Anna's makeup team before and told me how rude she was to the crew. Then someone else added another wild story. I used to work with a guy whose brother drove golf carts between sets on the Universal lot. He said Anna Kendrick was the rudest celeb ever. She refused to even speak to the drivers. That's honestly sad to hear because I used to like Anna. It's hard to imagine someone in such a privileged spot not being grateful, or at least polite. Meanwhile, Blake's out here busting her back trying to fix her public image. She even hosted a little fan event where she served pizza. Yup, pizza! She was out there smiling, carrying a cute little pizza-shaped purse, and hanging out with what looked like a mix of fans and maybe some influencer types trying to look like fans. But one of the most unhinged moments recently, that same night when Blake had the infamous tanner stain under her arm. Y'all remember that. She ended up behind a bar, cracking jokes about the Italian phrases she picked up while filming. And let me tell you, she was letting those phrases fly. Graceful? More like mouth of a sailor. Am I right? Ha ha ha. But hold up, I gotta take y'all back to the Austin Film Festival. You remember how awkward that event was? Anna Kendrick made a comment like, oh, one thing Blake loves to do is take over a speech. And the look on Anna's face? That video says it all! The shade was undeniable. It was wild, y'all! No way this moment came out of nowhere. So Blake pulls out this random hat like, am I gonna get a turn? The crowd was shook. But honestly, I think she's just trying to keep a low profile now. Head down, eyes on the finish line. She's just trying to power through this film and all the mess that's come with it. And you know what? She might just pull it off. We believe in you, Blake, for now. But hey, I hope y'all enjoyed this deep dive. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about all this drama? Are Blake and Anna really keeping it professional? Or is this feud boiling hotter than ever? And listen, email me your video ideas. What do you want to see next? Seriously, y'all, what is even happening with these views lately? Let's keep the convo going. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with everyone who loves a good Hollywood scandal. Y'all won't want to miss what's coming next. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!